Viewers, imagine you were robbed of a few lakh rupees by a criminal only for you to realize that many years later, he continues to live a lavish lifestyle with absolutely no trace of guilt or remorse and no fear of law whatsoever. Well, today, this is a reality. It's not just yours or mine, but India was looted of thousands of crores of money by these two individuals you see on your screen, Lalit Modi and Vijay Mallya. For years, India has been chasing these fugitive economic offenders, trying every trick in the book to drag them back to India to face the law. But today, these fugitives are absolutely remorseless and they're celebrating in London. What's worse is they're taunting the Indian agencies, mocking you and me as they celebrate their freedom years after committing these alleged acts of economic fraud amounting to crores of rupees. The video on your screen was uploaded a little more than 24 hours ago by Lalit Modi, the former IPL chairman who fled the country in 2010 after being accused of financial fraud. You also see Vijay Mallya, and both of them are posing for the cameras and smiling. It doesn't end there, however. Watch how Lalit Modi and Vijay Mallya brazenly are mocking the Indian judicial system.
भारत में आरएसएस और बीजेपी के लोग पार्टी कर रहे हैं, एंजॉय कर रहे हैं, मजे कर रहे हैं और जनता के गाढ़ी कमाई को लूट रहे हैं। उनके जो साथी भारत को छोड़ के भाग गए, भारत के आम जनता का पैसा लेके भाग गए, वो क्रिसमस, न्यू ईयर, पार्टीज और कलरफुल लाइफ एंजॉय कर रहे हैं। वो विदेश की धरती हो सकती है और मोदी जी अपना कहते हैं नभ में, जल में और पृथ्वी पे, धरती पे, हर जगह मोदी जी हजारों करोड़ के हवाई जहाज में एंजॉय कर रहे हैं। निश्चित तौर पे न भारत की चिंता है, न भारतवासियों की चिंता है।
It is really mockery of Modi and Amit Shah. Amit Shah fixes a time frame for eliminating Naxalites, but Amit Shah doesn't fix any time frame to get back these fugitives, extradition of these fugitives. Why? How many years gone?
All right, so those are some of the political reactions. Of course, many questioning what exactly will happen. Why is it taking so long to bring these individuals back? India has had some amount of success in bringing fugitive offenders from other jurisdictions, but in the UK, perhaps these individuals taking advantage of the judicial system there have been able to cling on for quite a long time. In fact, this is the case, of course, that we are seeing unfold before us as far as Lalit Modi and Vijay Mallya are concerned. In fact, there are others as well. There are other individuals who are also fugitive economic offenders. What is the case as far as these individuals, including the case of Sunday Saras, are concerned? That's the update that we're going to bring to you, because we are told, ladies and gentlemen, that very significantly, criminal proceedings against Sunday Sara brothers, including FIRs and charge sheets filed by CBI and ED, have been closed. And this is a development that follows after the Delhi court on Tuesday was informed that Sunday Saras complied with the Apex court order and deposited 5,111 crores. That's approximately $500 million. And this also means that proceedings under the Fugitive Economic Offenders Act stands quashed. Let's go across to Madhavdas Singh, who's joining us for more on this. Madhavdas, this is a big development because this happened in the Supreme Court. It's over there that such a formula was suggested, even though their total dues were almost double of the amount that is now being used to settle this case.
Yes, Madhav, around 18,000 crore rupees of bank fraud they have committed. Both the brothers, Sandesra brothers, had committed that much amount of fraud, and CBI had filed 2 FIRs in 2017, which subsequently led to the Enforcement Directorate filing a money laundering case, and then they were also declared a fugitive economic offender. Income Tax Department carried out their own separate income tax proceedings against them. Today, in a Delhi court, in a Rouse Avenue court, the court was informed that they deposited around $500 million, which is approximately 5,111 crore rupees. And after which the court, looking into the order that was passed last month by the Supreme Court, has formally said that all proceedings against them, whether it is in the CBI FIRs, whether it is in the ED case, or even in the Income Tax Department, stands quashed today. All non-bailable warrants as well as other kinds of warrants that have been issued against them will stand quashed. So they can come back to the country. The question is when they will be coming back to the country. The last time the Enforcement Directorate informed the court was that they are in Albania.
All right, we'll have to leave it there. Thanks so much for joining us, Bhavtosh, with a quick update. Let's quickly take this across to our guest now. All right, with us at the moment is Parvez Zabania, former Executive Director of Kingfisher Airlines. Also with us is Anjad Deveshwar. He's an ex-employee of Kingfisher Airlines. We have Vijay Agarwal, who is a lawyer, Mehul Choksi, joining us. Sanju Verma and Nikhil Jain continue from debate number 1. Let me first and foremost ask you, Parvez Zabania, you saw that video. What was going on through your mind? And what is the Indian judicial system be reduced to when you have people who owe so much in terms of accountability to our courts? They're partying, enjoying a lavish lifestyle, and they're actually making a fun of the Indian system. They're cocking a snoot at the Indian system. What's going on?
I saw the video and I was absolutely shocked when Lalit Modi says we are India's biggest fugitives. I mean, this is really mocking the Indian government. This is telling the Indian government, we are happy, we are having a great time and you can't do a thing about it. I think they should at least have that much shame that not to brag about the situation. And I'm 100% sure that the government will take notice of this situation, will take notice of this video clip, and will move into action very fast. The government has been working very hard to bring these people back. I'm not saying the government has taken it easy. Government has tried everything. But now I think the more work is to be done by the UK government. Indian government has done their best, spent a lot of money, put in 100% effort to bring these criminals back. Now let us see if the UK government cooperates with India and sends these people back to India. I think winning the Mehul Choksi order was a great victory for the Indian government. So I'm sure the Indian government will do well in this front also.
All right, Sanju Verma, I want you to come in on this because at the end of the day, it's about the government, it's about the prosecuting agencies. In the case of the United Kingdom, we've not managed to get back Nirav Modi, we've not managed to get back Lalit Modi or Vijay Mallya. They're all fugitive absconders and they continue to file appeal after appeal and are extending their case, enjoying this lavish lifestyle. They're at a party, happily partying away and smiling. Whereas there are people on our panel such as Anjan, and there are several dozen, several hundred individuals like him who've been unpaid for 12 years.
You know, Madhav, first and foremost, let me just take off from what Mr. Damania said. I think the moot point is this, that thanks to the Fugitive Economic Offenders Act, which was duly passed by the Modi government in 2018, we've had more than 23,000 crore worth of dues that we've retrieved back. And that's not a mean achievement. And I'll say this why. I'll tell you why. It was in 2020 that Vijay Mallya lost his appeal in the highest UK court, the Supreme Court of the United Kingdom. Thereafter, he's filed, a petition under Article 3 with the European Human Rights Commission. So that is where the extradition is stuck. Otherwise, the Indian authorities, particularly the CBI, has done a stellar job because, sometimes we don't give due credit to our own agencies who actually built a watertight case. Then let's look at the case of Nirav Modi. It was in 2022 that Nirav Modi lost his appeal in the highest UK court with the Crown Prosecution Services clearly saying that his extradition is done and dusted. Again, he filed an appeal with the European Human Rights Commission, and that is where it is stuck. But the limited point I'm trying to make is that Vijay Mallya owed initially 9,000 crores, Nirav Modi about 4,500 crores. Today we have in our kitty more than 23,000 crores. So जो इन लोगों से वसूल करना था, हमने उससे ज़्यादा वसूल किया है. That sounds crude, but for want of a better phrase, let me say the biggest victory, as Mr. Damania said, was very recently.
That's not
in
factually
November
true, Sanju Verma. In a parliamentary reply,
Belgium
Vijay
Supreme
Mallya's
Court
dues, including interest, is pegged at 22,000 crores. 14,000 crores have been recovered. So that's not factually correct at all because this is what the government has told the parliament of this country. And let me quickly correct you. There's no two ways about it because it's a parliamentary reply. But let me bring in Nikhil Jain. Nikhil Jain, CBI and agencies have done a stellar job, says Sanju Verma. It's stuck in various courts and various appeals in different parts of the world. And therefore, you cannot really hold the government to account. Do you buy that argument, Nikhil Jain?
Absolutely not, Madhav, because it was in 2018 that the CBI demoted the lookout circular that was issued for Vijay Mallya from a detained notice to a informed notice. So if Vijay Mallya were to have a change of heart, fly down into India, be at an Indian airport, the CBI said, oh, nothing doing, just inform us, let us know, we'll probably throw a party for him. Because let's not forget that before he fled from India, he met the finance minister at the time, the external affairs minister at the time, which was all the Modi government, by the way, 2016. The external affairs minister of the time had said that I had helped him with his travel papers. The chief minister, or the former chief minister of Rajasthan, again from the BJP, had told that I had signed his papers or had, somehow helped his travel papers. These individuals have scorned off with Indians' money, public sector bank money. And Madhav, you talk about very big numbers, 20,000 crores, 30,000 crores. Let me give you yet even bigger numbers. Since 2014, 7 lakh crores. 7 lakh crores have been written off by public sector banks in terms of loans that were not being paid by corporates. I'm not including the small businessmen, I'm not including the individuals, I'm not including the private banks, I'm not giving non-performing asset figures, I'm giving figures which were written off as losses.
Nikhil Jain,
in the
we are
accounts of the
discussing
banks.
fugitive
Now,
offenders.
you are going to say,
No, one second,
but
let me
we
just
still
cut you
have
there.
the right to recover
What is
those loans.
the meaning of written off?
Write them off.
What is the
Nobody
meaning of
actually
written off,
recovers
Nikhil
them.
Jain?
Is that to me or to Sanju Verma?
I'm asking you, Nikhil Jain. If your name is Nikhil Jain,
Yeah,
please
Madhav,
answer the
the
question.
meaning of writing it off is that you show it as a loss in the you show it as a loss in the accounts of the bank. Now,
Is
the
that
bank
what has happened in the case of Mallya?
always reserve the right to recover whatever loan it has given. But
So is
why
it
did you have
recoverable?
to write them off? Why could they not stay on as non-performing assets?
The simple point, the question is this, that
Everything
there are two
remains
totally
recoverable.
different things that you are
Everything
debating.
remains
Nikhil Jain,
recoverable.
don't confuse the
Why
issue,
did you
please.
write them off?
No, one second. No, I will not allow you to do this. This is much too serious an issue. No, because while you're doing this, you're doing a disservice to people like Anjan who are sitting on this panel. And I want Anjan to come in. Anjan, when there are people like Vijay Mallya, you see them partying at those nightclubs or wherever it is that they are partying in London. You have heard of cases of suicide of Kingfisher employees. Please tell our viewers and please tell our panelists how hurtful it is to people like you who have put your blood, sweat and tears into trying and recovering your money.
Yeah, basically it is like rubbing salt on our bones, what Vijay Mallya is doing. He has been doing this from the beginning of almost 2010. So it's almost 15 years he has been doing that. Now he has fled the country, and although government has tried hard to bring him back, but still Kingfisher employees, they are suffering in certain cases still, like we have income tax dues showing, and the income tax department is harassing us every time, sending us notices and adjusting our dues, although there is a clear circular from Central Board of Direct Taxes that employees are not responsible for TDS not detected and submitted. But still we are being hounded by income tax officer. So I request Ms. Sanju Verma to take this up with Finance Ministry and get the dues showing in our income tax accounts to be
Okay, Sanju Verma, respond.
Yes. You know, Madhav, very responsibly, I want to tell Mr. Anjan, the ex-employee of Kingfisher, that the Modi government will ensure that everybody who has dues pending from Kingfisher / Vijay Mallya, they will be given their dues. You know, I'm not saying this just because this is national TV and this is an easy answer to give and sort of you wriggle out of tough questions. That's not the agenda here. But I just want to say this, that, you know, be it Vijay Mallya, be it Nirav Modi, be it Mehul Choksi, against whom we won the extradition order in the highest court of Belgium, or for that matter, Chetan Sandesara, Dipti Sandesara, Nitin Sandesara, Pushpesh Kumar Baid, Hitesh Narendra Bhai Patel, Lalit Modi, Ashish Jobanputra, Umesh Parekh, or Kamlesh Parekh. These are the 12 biggest fugitive economic offenders, and as Modi government has reinforced again and again, na khane dunga, na khaunga. This is not a slogan.
Okay.
This is not a platitude. It is going to work, and likes of Mr. Anjan will be duly compensated.
Okay, let me just bring in Vijay Agarwal as well. Vijay Agarwal, you know, how are these high-profile offenders being able to get away? And you have represented Mehul Choksi time and again. Don't you think that after what's happened in Belgium, it has proved that such offenders eventually law is going to catch up? But they certainly can't be seen making fun of the Indian legal system in this manner. This is not acceptable.
Now you are asking or you are telling. Now if you are asking, then I can tell. You should say that whether it is a fun or it is what's the permit me to respond. If you pass the judgment, then what is for me to respond? Number one is that as has been said by various panelists, so Indian government is making the effort. So the extradition proceedings are there. So they also have their legal rights. First of all, we are calling them criminals. We are calling them this. Please be very clear. None of them have stood trial in India. And as per Indian law, a person is presumed to be innocent till found guilty. So
are they fugitives of law? Are they fugitives of law?
Can I complete?
No, please answer this question. You're giving them such a clean
chit.
I will not
go by you. I will go by me.
No, you go by you. You answer my question. You're not my question in my show. Please answer my question. Are they not fugitives of law? Is the Bombay High Court not asked Mr. Mallya to come and depose himself before the court?
See, you keep on asking, you keep on telling, and do not interrupt. When I'm speaking, you ask me the
please
first
answer my question. You're on a panel. This is not a monologue, Mr. Agarwal.
I will answer.
No, you answer the questions that you're being asked, Mr. Agarwal.
I want to, and I will answer when I.
Why are you getting so upset?
You need to keep quiet.
Why are you getting so upset about defending Vijay Mallya and Mel Choksi?
You don't have to interrupt.
No, I know what my job is. You please answer the questions you're being asked. You're on a debate.
You do your job.
My job is to ask you questions and your job is to answer questions. Answer questions, Mr. Agarwal.
But I will not like
answer the questions of such fraudsters who you are defending.
I will respond.
Answer questions. Why are you defending such individuals and giving them a clean chit?
Once you keep quiet.
Answer people like Mr. Anjan who are demanding their dues.
I will respond.
Answer people on this panel who say that these fugitives have to be brought back.
I will respond.
Okay, now you have 30 seconds. Now answer.
Now you are keeping quiet. You've already wasted my 2 seconds. Now let me tell you. What do you expect? So the extradition proceedings are going on. Both of them are on bail. So they are following the law. So they got the bail. India sent an extradition request. So they were arrested. They got bail. So that's it. Now what do you expect? Tomorrow you will see that, why there is an extra cheese on their burger because they have not paid India. I don't understand this. So if one is going to, now tell me, when there was a TRP scam, did you guys switch off your channels? A number of channels were accused in that case. Now, did you guys switch off your channels?
No. Shall I tell you what we did? We actually exposed those who were responsible for that scam, Mr. Agarwal. You clearly didn't watch enough of our channel at that point of time. And do not trivialize this. They are mocking the legal system of which you are a part of. You're a lawyer. You should be ashamed. Anjan, when you hear such shameless arguments coming from a lawyer, what do you say to this?
I want to ask one thing to him, Mr. Vijay Agarwal. You are giving clean chit to
that everyone's point of view is taken. You don't want to hear. What is the debate? Debate is that you have a different point of view. I have a different point of view. But you will force your different point of view.
Mr. Agarwal, nobody is above asking of questions. Listen to Anjan now. You cannot take my questions clearly. Listen to Anjan, the Kingfisher employee. And the whole country is watching your behavior right now. Let me remind you. Anjan, ask your question.
Listen to me. Just give me one answer that you are giving clean chit to Vijay Mallya, saying he was never tried in India. He was declared economic offender by India. He didn't pay us our salary. He didn't. And still you are saying he is not a criminal. Why it is hurting you when we are calling him a criminal? If a lawyer of the Supreme Court, you are supposed to avoid law, not stand with these criminals. Can you please answer why he has not
been found guilty? He has not been declared. He has not been declared guilty by any court. Please be clear about this.
Because he's not even attending the court proceedings. He's running away from the law here in India.
That is a sad state of affairs.
That is a sad state of affairs. He's mocking the Indian judicial system.
To bring him back and he's on bail. That's it.
Parvez Damania, what would you say to this kind of argument? He's not declared guilty. He's away. He's running away. He's absconding from the law.
See, this argument doesn't make... If Vijay... No, I think India has a very strong legal system. If Mallya is very clear that he has not done anything wrong, he should have no hesitation in coming back to India and facing the law and proving that he is not a criminal. Because I think we even gave a proper hearing and a proper trial to somebody like Kasab. So why should Vijay Mallya be worried if he's so sure that no money has been siphoned off, he has not done anything criminal, then why is he running away from the law? Let him come back to India and face the trial. I don't think there is any risk in him coming back if he's so sure. And his lawyers who are speaking on your panel that they are not criminals, then what's there to worry about? So I'm telling you something, forget people who did not get salaries. There are a large number of employees who were arrested and went to jail from Kingfisher Airlines. And even their lawyer fees right now, nobody's paying. They went to jail and who were not responsible in any way. So I think it's a sad state of affairs. And if he's so sure that he's repaid the money and he's not done anything and he's unjustly being targeted.
Answer the question, Vijay Agarwal. If they're not criminals, why don't they come back?
What is does he?
Vijay Agarwal, why don't they come back? Answer, Mr. Damania. If they are so innocent and they're not criminals, why don't they come back?
The voice was not there. There are number of cases where the people, in Indian legal system, you first of all put the person in jail and then you try him. There are a number of cases where the people have been acquitted, then who has returned those years that they spent in jail in 2G scam. You know, everyone was acquitted. Who returned those years? In Tarun Tejpal, he was acquitted. Then in Arushi murder count, everyone was acquitted. So here the problem is, you want to put a person in jail first and then try him. This is the problem. So
amazing argument, Vijay Agarwal.
He will be
amazing argument.
Yes.
Amazing argument. They are not criminals because they are not guilty by a court of law, but they won't come to the court of law because then you will put them in jail. Amazing. Amazing. Chit bhi meri, pat bhi meri. That's the most amazing argument I've ever heard from any lawyer. Chit bhi meri, pat bhi meri. That's exactly what's happening. But I must ask this question. I must ask this question of Sanju Verma. Sanju Verma, we just broke news of the Sunday Sara case. And what is the precedent that has been set in the Sunday Sara case? They owe the country 10,000 crores. It has been settled by the center for 5,000 crores. What is the example that is being settled in the apex court of the country if this is what the center is going to do? Tomorrow, Mallya and all may still do that. They'll say that these people have settled for half the amount. We'll also give half the amount. The lives that have been lost, the people who've been arrested, all those who've been harassed. What happens to all of that then?
Madhav, that's a very interesting question. You know, precisely what I want to draw the attention of your viewers to. Just 5 days back, the Bombay High Court told Mr. Mallya, when he said, my original repayment was only to the tune of 9,600 crores, but I've repaid more than 14,000 crores. Why am I still being treated like a criminal? So the two-judge Bombay High Court bench of Mr. Chandrasekhar and Mr. Gautam said that you fled the country without facing prosecution. Now, whether you owe 2 rupees and you ended up paying 20 rupees is not the question. By virtue of being declared a fugitive economic offender, you are an individual with a pending arrest warrant against your name for a scheduled economic offence who has left India to avoid prosecution and refuses to return to India to face trial while enjoying a luxurious life abroad. So you come back and we will decide what the court of law has to do. That's point number 1. So when you are a FEO, a fugitive economic offender, it does not matter whether you repaid the money or not. You have to first establish that you did not have any mala fide intent when you abandoned your shareholders and
well, there are multiple levels of which this video, you know, why it would agitate, irritate and absolutely anger all Indian citizens. And we can debate this all night because this is an episode that we've all seen, we've all reported on, we've all experienced firsthand. And therefore, certainly, if you're fugitive of the law, don't brag about it and don't wear it on your sleeve so proudly. Either Mr. Lalit Modi or Mr. Vijay Mallya. We'll just leave it there. Parvez Damania, Ajahn Deveshwar, Vijay Agarwal, Sanju Verma, Nikhil Jain. Thanks so much for joining us this evening.